So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go!
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Keeps himself up, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bruce Irvin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Off the play fake, Barrett steps away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And Hoover at the 25-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Barrett. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now back to throw. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They get it to him running left. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a run with Balazs. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Barrett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fernandez. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw on 3rd down, Barrett. He hits White, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Barrett looks to throw on 1st. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barrett to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. He's got daylight. The 40, 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. They go play action here on first down. He gets under pressure, and they got to him again. Bruce Irvin in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bruce Irvin getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Over! All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They run it with Balaj. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Toss play to Balaj. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This one left side caught by Barrios. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now Etling. Throw to the right, taken in by Barrios. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Michel. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Etling to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the silver and black continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
They'll throw it here at length. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
Watch it now, Barney.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Balaj. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot. Leopard. Leopard. Hot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Balaj. And now running right through it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right?
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw, Etling. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Etling. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Etling to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, that's White, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got a man, it's Barrios complete. 23 yards on the play.
Flex round!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Evades him at the 20. Still fighting. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Ready? Over! Hot! Hot!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Over! Watch twist! Watch over! Watch twist! Watch the twist!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now Balaj. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1 yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Flex round! Flex round!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First carry down for Rex Burkhead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Hut!
He'll drop to throw. And a dump off to White. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Hut!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
He'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Raiders have recovered. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And it's a fumble. And the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a loose football. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And able to connect with Berrios. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Come on, let's go.
Edling to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he coughed it up. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now Edling. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.